Hi everybody, Virginia here again. Okay, I said I'd come back with a second little tutorial really quickly. The first thing I want to show you is the little dangle. What you're going to do is you're going to need 3 little lines. Now, if you do not want your string to show on the bottom, use transparency thread. Like for instance, where's my thing? See it, there's the needle, but can you see the thread? Barely. You don't see it at all. So use that. But what I did, I didn't care that it showed, was I used thread, just regular thread. Your 2 outer pieces are going to need to be the same amount of beads and your dangle on the bottom. And then 1 little bead on the bottom, depending on what you're using. This one, I didn't need a bead because it has a hole right there, and I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So I just ran the string through there. I put 5 beads, ran it through the little loop, and then ran the needle back up the beads and sewed it on the end. And I'm going to show you that with this one. So what I did was, now your 2 outer edges, and you'll cut a little piece bigger than what you need so you have something to hold on to. Your 2 outer pieces will have the same amount. Your middle piece will be a little bit longer so that it dangles. So I put the right amount of beads that I'm going to need for right there. And then I strung my little dangle that I'm going to put on there. And then a little bead at the end. Now, once you bring it up close to the thing, and you've run it through, you're going to skip this last bead, and you're going to come back and go up the beads, back all the way up again. And you want a needle small enough that you can do that. Oops, come on. And just keep going up all the beads, back up towards the top. Don't worry about the looseness. We're going to fix that in a minute. Just worry about getting back up to the top. Because if you don't pull it too tight, see, when you come back up on the top, you now have 2 strings. What you're going to do is you're just going to slowly hold your bottom right there and just pull it carefully, and it makes it taut so that it's not loose. And then you're just going to go through, make you a little knot, tie it off. Now what I like to do, just for security reasons, is I cut it off, I come back, see the little string? I don't know if you can see the little string right there. I get my glue gun, I bring it over, and just to make it a little bit taut, I like this mat because I can push on it and it lifts right off. And then I come back as carefully, as close to the thread that I had it, and cut off the excess, and there you have your dangle. So you can make your own dangles. Another thing, see this right here? Right there, you're looking at it and you think, oh, that's ugly. Don't worry about that. We're not going to see that. So what you do is you cut a circle. I just put a little bit of glue there. Nothing grand. Put it there. Put a little bit up. Bring this one over. And then this one over. But to where you leave a little hole there. Then I just put some more glue there. I brought that over there. And that one over there. So now you got a little edge. Well, you don't really want it that wide. If you don't want it that wide, just put a little glue. Give it a little fold. You can get these at the dollar store. It's just a silicone spatula. Now, you don't want to make it too stiff so that you can puff it up. Now, these were a headband at the dollar store. Always look in the oddest places for things that you can use. I cut the individual flower off. I stuck it right there. I got a little pearl. Well, I think I got a little pearl. I put it in the middle of the whatchamacallit. Now, I'm going to put glue on the left-hand side behind it. And I'm going to glue it to the top of there. Now, you want something that pops off your page. Whether it's a corner, an edge, whatever. You know? Look how pretty that. It makes it look unique in itself without popping off. You could get like an applique. Put it there. Look how pretty that looks. You could put a big old piece of something like that. A big old flower. And you don't even see them rough, ugly edges. But look how pretty it looks. It pops off of, oops, where am I? The page. Now I'm going to show you that a little. Let me see where. I keep losing this lace book. Let me move my thread. Look how pretty that looks. Oops, don't you go moving on me. So it gives it an extra little, like you bought that trim and you made it. So you can do something like that. Okay, one more last thing. We are going to make, I'm going to show you how you can make your own little danglies to hang on the side of a book or a project, a box, whatever. See? Now I used a contrasting, a different thingamajiggy so that it would stand out. And see? And you can make these as long as you want them. All you're going to do is get you a piece of material. Turn the side you do not want to be seen down. You're going to put a little piece of glue. You're going to fold it over. Well, let me do it on this side. I need a little bit longer. Okay, so, oops. You're going to fold it over where the ugly side's inside and the pretty side's right there. Then you're going to turn it over. You're going to stick a piece of glue right there. And you're going to fold it in half. Nothing fancy, just fold it in half. Gather the edges. Oops. Now I like to just cut just a slight little angle and then cut off all the excess. Now you're going to, I don't need it this long. I just need it about, and it don't need to be perfect because you ain't going to see it. Right about there. And that is probably, let me get my roller. Oh. Okay, let me see. 2 inches. 2 inches wide by, what is that? 3.5 inch square. That's actually a good size. So That's the measurements for that. You're going to put that aside. Now this is just a piece of wedding trim. Cut you a little piece. And it, give or take about the same width of your square after you folded it over. So you need this the thing to be about 1.5 inches wide by about 2.5 inches long, give or take. Now what I did was I folded it over and just bent it in half. And it don't matter if it's crooked, whatever. You're going to put a little piece of glue right there on the bottom. You're going to fold that over, and so it looks like that. You're going to, before you fold that, what you're going to do now is you're going to set that aside. You're going to get your piece of ribbon. You're going to get your little thing. Now here's the top. You're going to stick your ribbon inside there all the way to the edge. Put a little glue there. And what you're going to do is you're going to close it. You're going to put a little glue. Now, I don't know how well your hands can handle this, but mine do okay. Lately, they haven't, but... And if you can't, you're just going to gather it into a little ball. Just like that. Inside out. You see where you folded right there? You're going to carefully bring that little edge over and glue it right there. Now, your little edge right there, or your little ball, put some more glue right there. You're going to get your thing, and you're going to glue them together. Now, we're going to roll the white with the green in the middle into like a little bud. And trust me, it does not have to be anything fancy. Now, and you're just going to roll one time. See? Right from where you glued it, you're going to glue it one time. You're going to put a little bit of glue there to hold it. Now, we want it to look like a rosebud, so we're going to slant this and put a little piece of glue right there. See? It looks like a little rosebud. Nothing fancy. Now, we're going to get our thing and we're going to fold it. Now, see that excess? Get your scissors and give it a little chop. Ain't nothing. See that little piece that's sticking up? Put a little glue in there. Glue it down. See? Just glue it down. I like to roll it on my mat because I can glue it really good. If you don't like that little piece showing, stick some more glue in there. Gather it into a little ball. Squeeze it. There you go. See how it's squeezed? Now you see the little part where you stuck that ribbon up? Push your bud through it. See? Now you got your little bell. Now you're thinking, but my bud's in there. Well, what you do is you just pull the green a little bit up to where your bud shows. Now, see that little edge right there that we glued? I don't like mine to show. So what I want to do is put a little dab of glue in there. And then I'm going to use a stick. And just bring it that way to the edge and squeeze it. So that way your bud looks complete without ever showing the little thing sticking out. Now, you want to cut your little bell however long you want it. And there you have something to dangle on the end of your book or project or whatever it is you want to use. And that's it. So there's how to do that and how to do the little individual dangles. I hope that you guys enjoyed them. And I just use felt. Felt works the best for sewing that little square that you're going to need right there. So I hope you enjoyed them. I hope that you come up with some creative things. And again, these take a little bit longer. Well, they take a lot longer. So I will come back when I can and do a tutorial on how you can make your own bead sprays. Where they look a little bit more unique. And I'll give you a clue. Did any of you ever make the bead buddies for your kids? That's how you make them. And I'll show you this one real quick. Oh, let me see if I, is it, which way did it go? This way. That's the bead buddy. You just fold it in itself. And there you go. So, thanks everybody, and I'll talk with you later. Bye.